Hello friends, if you're new to my channel, I'm Robin. Today's video is a cleaning marathon along with some added decorating inspiration. Cleaning marathon videos are designed for hours of motivation so that you never have to stop to find a new video and then you can just keep going. This video is right at 2 hours long and I hope to motivate you to get a ton of stuff done within the next 2 hours. I love to put a cleaning marathon video up on my TV on a Saturday morning and get to cleaning. If you have a lot to do in your home today, start your to-do list, put this video up on your phone, your TV, or whatever you like to watch your YouTube videos on, and let's get going. Okay, I'm going to start here in my kitchen window. I've already sprayed it down with some glass cleaner and took the curtain down. However, I missed getting that on film. So here you're just going to see me wipe off the window really well. I picked up the really cute curtain from the Pioneer Woman line and I'm going to get the valance put up here in the window. So now that the kitchen window is good and clean, let's get the curtain put up. And guys, isn't it just so cute? There's a valance, and then there's a curtain at the bottom, and I think I'm just going to take that curtain that's at the bottom, and that's going to go in my utility room. In my kitchen, I'm just going to use the valance because I really like looking out the window, and if I put that curtain down there, it's really going to cover it up and close it in, and I really don't like that look. So here, I'm just going to put the valance on a rod and get it put in the window. I just think it adds such a great pop of color of spring in my kitchen, and gosh, I just love the detail at the bottom of the curtain. It's so, so pretty. I'll be using the Pledge Revive It on the windowsill to wipe it down, and I'm also opening the window since the weather outside is absolutely gorgeous. My first spring video that I filmed, there was a snowstorm going on, and then the second spring video, it was still very, very cold outside. So I'm really thrilled that my third video I can finally get to film where it's actually spring-like weather outside. Here on this hook, I'm adding a pot holder and an oven mitt, also from the Pioneer Woman line, and I'll complete the look with just a simple cutting board. These pictures are of my precious mother-in-law that we lost about 5 years ago. Suddenly, she had these pictures of my children and my first grandchild in her kitchen window, and now they stay in my kitchen window. I just cherish them. Alright, so I'm going to take everything off the top of the countertop here to the left of the fridge and everything off the top of the refrigerator. Then I'm going to run a sink of hot water with some Pine Sol and start wiping everything down. This March will be a year since I started my YouTube cleaning channel, and one of the first videos I did was a kitchen spring clean with me. And let me tell you what, I learned a huge lesson from that video. The lesson was, do not try to spring clean your kitchen all at once. Because in that video, I cleaned off all of the tops of my cabinets. I wiped down the outside of the cabinets on the tops and the bottom. I pulled out my refrigerator, cleaned behind it, I cleaned my baseboards, almost killed myself. So this year, I'm going to do my spring cleaning in several different videos. I say all that just so that you'll know this video does not include all of that cleaning, and I'm going to have several different spring cleaning videos throughout the spring season for you to watch in the kitchen. And with me breaking it down that way, I believe it'll be easier for you if you're also trying to spring clean your kitchen along with me. So just be sure that you're subscribed to my channel already and that you've hit that bell notification button so that you won't miss out on any of my deep cleaning of my kitchen. I'm being honest, I'm not a big fan of deep cleaning. I can surface clean all day long, but that deep cleaning is such a struggle for me. And when I mentioned that last spring I did a kitchen deep clean for you guys, I also filmed after that a kitchen organization type video where I put some new organization systems in place, and for the most part all of those systems still work for me today. However, there are a couple of areas that just aren't working that I really need to get in there and revamp, and I've got some new ideas for them. In the comment section if that's a video that you're interested in, as far as me showing you what systems still work in my kitchen, does not work anymore, and maybe how I'm going to revamp the ones that don't work.
If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better. Guess I'm just too scared to settle down. There'd be many nights I got too high and almost left town. But there's something about you I like, about you I like.
This two-tiered tray is definitely a staple in my kitchen. I just love decorating it for all the different seasons. And here I'm just using things that I've already had. Those wax canisters came from TJ Maxx. That cute little stand is another item from the Pioneer Woman collection at Walmart. This sweet little bird I thought was just perfect for spring. And then on the bottom I've got these cute little houses that came from a dollar spot at Target. These measuring spoons are new. I did get them from Interior Delight's website. I love measuring spoons. There's something about those, and I just love the look of those. And these cute little chickens that my grandson always has to make the chicken sound when he sees those. Those are some of my favorite items also. And just to complete the look, I'm just going to use some sprigs of greenery. I picked these up at Target, and they're easy just to kind of stick in the holes and complete the look. And here's a quick after shot of the tray. I think I just try to keep it very simple, and I cannot wait to add some Easter decorations to it in my next video.
What can I do to help out somehow? Well, that's a start. But watch your start.
Here I really wanted to display my cutting boards that I got from Sky and Chad. They own a home interior website called House and Home, and I've mentioned them several times on several of my videos. I just love all of their products. These are marble cutting boards, and they are just gorgeous. And I'll just complete this look by adding a gorgeous sage plant.
Do it, don't watch. If I'm anything like you, and I expect as much. We're both more than ready to go from look to touch, and that's the start. 'Cause what just don't doers don't watch.
If this is your first time clicking on one of my videos, hello, I am so happy that you're here. My name is Robin. I'm a fairly new cleaning channel. It'll be a year next month in March since I started my channel. And if you're a cleaning channel fanatic like I was before I started my channel, I'd love for you to take a second and hit that red subscribe button below and join this YouTube community that we have. Also, if you have Instagram, I'd love for you to take a second and go over to that platform and follow me at Robin Lane Lowe. I'll leave my handle here on the screen. That's just a great way for me to get to know all of my subscribers. And if you do subscribe, please leave me a comment in the comment section and let me know maybe where you're from and how long you've been watching YouTube cleaning channels, because I watched them for about a year before I finally got the nerve up to start my own channel. over in this corner, I just like to keep it really simple. This beautiful cake stand and this white pitcher that I also got at House and Home are just two other staples that are in my kitchen that I like to decorate with. Love putting new florals in this white pitcher to just change it out with the seasons. And here I'm just going to put this really pretty Happy Spring cup towel to just complete this look.
What you don't do, so let's step it up a notch. We can do it, we can get it done, 'cause we're doers. Yes, we're doers, 'cause we're doers, and doers don't watch. I'm tired of waiting, waiting. I'm tired of waiting, waiting.
Alright, now that I've got the bar area cleaned off, let's work on decorating these open shelving. I had family friends add these shelves for me a few months ago. Also have a video on that process if you want to watch it. And this project has been one of my favorite updates in the kitchen. I love looking for new pieces to display on these shelves and keeping it decorated for whatever season that we're in. I also have some staple pieces here on the open shelving, which are those two canisters that I got from Target, that beautiful white pitcher that came from House and Home, and then this cute little cake stand and that cutting board. I like to just keep those up there and decorate around those staple pieces. Decorating is just one of the favorite things that I just love to do in my home. I find it very relaxing and rewarding, and there's just something about getting an area that you're working on perfectly done to your taste. I love changing spaces in my home every few months or so, especially when the seasons change, and I've pretty much been like this my whole life. My mom would come home from work and she would never know what rooms I have rearranged. There's just something about making an area look fresh and brand new by either rearranging the furniture or adding some new decor pieces. Let me know in the comments if you're also like that, if you're someone that just loves to rearrange areas and decorate areas all the time, or if you just pretty much get it the way you like it and just leave it alone.
I'm tired of waiting, waiting. I'm tired of waiting, waiting. I'm tired of waiting, waiting. So let's be crazy, crazy.
Alright, now that the shelves are decorated, I'm just going to wipe off this little area right here. I kind of got it dirty decorating the shelves. I'm going to put the bar stools back. I'm going to add this tray back over where it goes. That's kind of my husband's area. He likes to keep his knives and this things he keeps in his pocket for work, and top of that tray and the bottom of the tray we like to keep our bread products. And then I'm going to add this pretty little black and white pitcher that matches that tray with some greenery, put my cookie stand back, light a candle, and then we'll do some more cleaning. I'm going to clean out the bottom tray, that's the bottom of the stove. And guys, I did not realize that actually pops out of there. I've been a housewife for since I was 18, and I really did not know that pops out. And I was watching Lauren Yarbrough's YouTube channel, and she did that last week and thought, oh my gosh, that's incredible. I normally just pull the oven out and clean it, but this way was so much easier. And as you can see, I have not pulled this out in a while. There were some cobwebs. It was so nasty under there. So I'm going to get it good and swept. I'm going to sweep it out really well, and then I'll mop it, and then we'll get it cleaned out and put back in. Then we'll go over to the dining room area and start doing some decorating there.
Every day, a million times, hoping you hear me. Tell me you
also been told that this tray is also used for like a warming area for your stove. I've never used it for that reason before. Let me know in the comments if you have ever used this tray down at the bottom of your stove for a warming area, or if you're like me, you've always just used it for storage for your pots and pans. Now let's move over to my dining room and let's work on my buffet. And I'll take off these lamps and the serving tray that are pretty much staples in this area. And guys, I just want to show you how forgiving the camera is. It doesn't look dirty, but look at the close-up. You can see the outline of where those items are sitting. It is so dirty. So I'm going to start off with just my little dusting cloth, and I'm just going to wipe it down real quickly to get all the dust off. I'll use my Pledge Revive It and get it nice and shiny, and then we'll start decorating it. I normally use the spray away glass cleaner to clean my mirrors and glass in my house, but today I'm going to use the Method Glass and Surface Cleaner in the mint scent, just because I really want my house smelling really good when I get through cleaning it today, and this product has a wonderful mint scent. Before I put my lamps back on top of the buffet, I'm going to dust them off really well with this dusting cloth. It gets really dirty here by the front door. However, I learned a tip. I was watching my friend Jenny. Her channel is called Cleaning Therapy, and she used a lint roller to clean off her lampshades in her last video. I thought that was very interesting, so I'm going to give that tip a try when I clean off my lamps again. So let me know in the comment section if that's also something that you already know about, to use a lint roller to clean off your lampshades instead of using a dusting cloth or a wet cloth. Here I'm just showing you this beautiful tray that I got from Kirkland's. I also got the matching pitcher. I just thought they were just beautiful spring items, and as you can tell, I'm a little obsessed with pitchers. This is my favorite green pitcher that I've had for several years now, and I try to display it in my kitchen at all times if possible. But I'm going to show you how I'm going to add some spring florals to both of these pitchers to kind of spruce up this area. And guys, look how pretty this is. Oh, I think it just screams spring. So I'm just going to take these pretty yellow flowers that I've also had for some time. I'm quite sure I got those from Hobby Lobby, and add those to this pitcher to bring out the yellow that's on the design of the pitcher. Then I'm going to add these beautiful hydrangeas. I also picked up some really pretty white ones at the dollar store the other day. I was very surprised how beautiful they were, and those will be in my Easter video next week. This pretty little bird, I'm all about birds for springtime, and I just thought that he just completed this area really well. I'm going to add this beautiful spring candle that I picked up from Target, I believe, and it smells so good. I'm going to add a little height to it by adding a little stand, and then of course I'm going to add some greenery to just complete this area. Now let's move over to my dining room table. I'm going to continue to use this Pledge Revive It and get the table wiped down really well. Then I'm going to add just a beautiful table runner, and guess where I got the table runner from? You guessed it, House and Home. I wanted this table runner to be just a little bit longer, however it did work out okay on the table here. And look how pretty it is, guys. It has a beautiful green tassel. I love the green tassels, and the texture of it is just so beautiful.
Your place in your
I'm going to add a tray here. To me, when you're decorating larger areas, a tray just makes it look more cohesive and easier to put together. And look at these beautiful daffodils. I found those on Amazon, and when they came in, they were so realistic. I just love them, and they're very inexpensive. I don't list very many things down in my description box, but if you're ever interested in something that I got, let me know and I'll send you the link. So now I'm going to add this cute little white stand to kind of give this candle some height. And to really make this candle stand out, I'm going to add this pretty little lamb's ear candle ring that I got from Hobby Lobby. And for the star of the show, I'm going to add this beautiful milk glass candle that I got from the Copper Candle Company. Their fragrance is called Sunday Morning, and oh my goodness, y'all, I love every single thing about this candle. It is just excellent in my eyes. It smells so good. However, it is so pretty, I still haven't lit it. So here's just an after look at the dining room table. I think it turned out so simple, yet so gorgeous.
But you're bound to break down, bound to lose, bound to get knocked right out of your boots when I use my witchcraft. When I use my witchcraft. Come on. You got me tiptoeing around you like you made of glass. Got an invincible fence letting everyone know not to trespass. But you're bound to break down, bound to lose, bound to get knocked right out of your boots when I use my witchcraft. When I use my witchcraft. I got my moves, I got my song. When I turn my mojo on.
Now that I have this area good and wiped down, let's start decorating this corner area over here. I've added this cute little lamp that I got from Hobby Lobby about a year ago. I think it adds such color to this area, and I just love it. Then guys, if you're looking for a house plant, if you maybe don't have house plants but really want to start adding them to your home, this is the plant for you. I should have looked up the name of the plant before I did this voiceover, however I didn't, but I'll find that guys for you and put it on Instagram. But this plant is so easy. I've had it for about 6 months. It likes just a little bit of light and not much water. So if you are looking for a house plant to add to your collection or to even start a collection, this is the plant for you. I picked up this cute little daisy plant from Target, and it does add a pretty little spring touch over here in this corner. And then I'm going to add another bird, which I've said before, I think birds just really scream spring to me. So I love adding a bird to any of my areas in my home when I'm decorating for spring. And then here's the completed look. I tried to keep it very simple over here in this corner.
Coming home, I plan to let you know the longing of my heart, the wish I carry high whenever we're apart.
Alright, so now that everything is tidied up and decorated, let's get to cleaning these floors. I've been doing a lot of sweeping lately, however, I wanted to get out my new shark and really give my floors a good cleaning, make sure all the dirt and debris and pet hair is up before I mop these floors really well with my spin mop. However, between my sweeping and my mopping, I have one more area in my kitchen that I wanted to wipe down because it doesn't get very much of my attention, so I'll show you in a second what area that is.
When I'll be coming home, and I am on my way. When I'll be coming home, I wanna see you play the music of your heart.
Here's my last area to clean. I'm going to use that wet rag and that same pine sol and water to wipe it down with. And under the bar really doesn't get that dirty with the exception of the floors. However, I just forget to wipe it down most of the time. The bar stool at the end of the bar gets the most use, and it really needed my attention.
Oh, when I look deep into your eyes,
I'm going to finish off my cleaning by mopping the floors with my O-Cedar mop. I'm using that same mixture of pine sol and hot water that I used to clean the cabinets with. Then I'll put out some different rugs. These rugs are also from the Pioneer Woman collection. However, I got them last year. They held up so well after I washed them. I put them up in my linen closet to reuse again this spring.
When I look deep into your eyes, oh, when I look deep into your eyes.
While I'm mopping my floors, let's talk mops. Am I the only person that owns more than one mop? I have this O-Cedar mop, and then I have a Shark Steam mop, and then I just got in a Norwex mop. That mop is similar to the Swifter mop, so I'm very excited to use that. I'm hoping to give a review on that in my next video. So let me know in the comments if you're also like me and you own several different mops, or if you just have one mop, or if you're still the mop and bucket type of person, which kudos to you, because that is a struggle wringing out that mop. However, I tend to use my different mops for just the different moods that I'm in or what area of the house that I'm using. I really try to use the Shark Steam mop when I'm cleaning any of the bathrooms. However, sometimes it just depends on how much time I have, which depends on which mop I use.
Been knocking at your door. I know one thing for sure. I've never been so close before. It's one way or the other, no way in between. I ain't getting any younger, and you will stay forever a dream.
And here's the first item. It's this beautiful round wooden tray with this black iron finish. I just love it. I love the wood element in here on top of that black dresser. I'm going to keep it very simple here and use some candlesticks that I've had from the Hearth and Hand collection for quite some time. A simple greenery and this cedar wood mandarin orange candle from Target that smells so, so good.
We could break up and then make up. I always come back to you. You move me in a way never thought anyone could. You get me high. You're my drug when I'm feeling blue. Yeah, it's all you.
I picked up this sign that says it's so good to be home quite a few months back at TJ Maxx, and I also have a matching pillow that says the same thing. I am such a homebody, and so anything that says it's so good to be home totally goes with my style. And here's the second item I picked up. Is this beautiful yellow blanket that goes so well with the white and yellow striped pillows that I bought at Target also a few weeks back when I did my last Spring and Decorate With Me video. If you haven't seen that one, I'll link it below. But this pillow I think just really brings out the yellow that's in those pillows. It's so comfortable, and I had to go online to kind of see how to style a throw blanket. I'm used to putting a blanket like across the bottom of the bed, but that one's kind of short, so it took me a while to style it just right, but I finally got it. And look who's back. I have my little helper today coming in to light my candle. In a second, you're going to see the sweetest thing. You'll see him. He gets so excited when I light that candle. He's just like trying to smell it. And then he's trying to blow it out. He's saying hot, hot. He's trying to blow it out. So it's just the sweetest thing ever. Papa! I also picked up one of these storage tubs from Walmart, so you'll see me throughout the video just wrapping up my Easter decor and putting it inside this tub. Okay, now we're going to move into my living room, and in this area, those white tulips right there, I just love those this year. I got those from Amazon. I thought they were just beautiful, but I am going to replace those with the new white peonies that I picked up from Hobby Lobby. I hope I'm saying that correctly. I'll show you those in just a second. So I'm going to get this mirror cleaned off really well. I'm going to get this side table dusted really well, and then I'm pretty much going to leave the decor the same. I'm just going to change out the florals that were in that white vase.
Looking like enemies. We used to be the team people talk about. What a chemistry. I can see it in your eyes.
If today happens to be the first time that you're stopping by my channel, I just wanted to say welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. My name is Robin, and here on my channel I do lots of cleaning, homemaking, and decorating content. I would love it if you would consider taking a second, joining this YouTube family, and hitting that red subscribe button below.
If you're here, can't get any worse. No. I just wanna get out of here. I find it so hard to breathe. Cause when you get too close, I lose my way and I freeze. I wish you knew what power you have over me. But now it's so hard to breathe. Just get me out of here.
If you like this style of video where I clean and decorate at the same time, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you're a summertime girl like I am and you're so ready for beach trips, tan lines, and big girl drinks, leave me a comment in the comment section of what your favorite time activity is.
You don't wanna talk anymore. I wanna get so numb, we'll be enemies. No, you don't mind the way I stutter my words. You know exactly what it means and how it hurts.
And here are these really pretty white peonies that I was talking about that I got at Hobby Lobby. They were $6.99 each, but they were half off. And there was just something about white florals inside of a white vase that I just love.
Hard to breathe, 'cause when you get too close, I lose my way and I freeze. I wish you knew what power you have over me. But now it's so hard to breathe. Just get me out of here. Just get me out of here. I just wanna get out of here. I find it so hard to breathe. 'Cause when you get too close, I lose my way.
Now let's move over to my coffee table. I didn't have too much on here for Easter either, just a couple of bunnies and a bunny tray. So all I'm really going to do here is just take everything off, clean it really well, and I'll redecorate it just by kind of rearranging and adding a really pretty white cross that I've had for quite some time. I'm going to wipe out this candle. I cannot stand for set to be on a candle. I just think it takes away from the look of it. So I'll take a second and get that wiped down really well. And also, you'll see me in a second, I'm going to vacuum off this table. If you didn't see my decorate with me where I opened up this new coffee table a couple months back, I'll link that video down below also. But I just got this table. This is actually my first time to clean it, and I googled just to see the best way to clean this, and it stated to vacuum it.
The silence, we should be good, but we keep lighting fires around ourselves. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires. The words repeat, cause we're scared of the silence. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires around ourselves. It's deja vu. Memories come back when I'm with you. It's deja vu. Memories come back when I'm with you. Been here 1,000 times. Set up a stage of lies. Say we're done, say it's over. Shouldn't be coming back, but somehow we connect. Acting drunk even though we're sober. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires. The words repeat, cause we're scared of the silence. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires around ourselves. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires. The words words repeat, cause we're scared of the silence. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires, fires around ourselves. It's deja vu.
All right, now that I've got the coffee table good and cleaned, I've got it redecorated, I've got a candle lit, I'm going to vacuum because I've got fur babies and I always need to do a quick vacuum. Then I'm going to spray a room refresher. It's a room neutralizer that I buy from Grove Collaborative, and then we'll move into the kitchen and get the Easter decor taken down that's in my kitchen.
Should be good, but we keep lighting fires. The words repeat, cause we're scared of the silence. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires. We keep on talking and talking, talking and talking.
Okay guys, let me show you what cleaning products I'm going to be using today, or some of them. I'm going to start with my carpets with this carpet refresh with Aunt Fanny's. I get that at Grove Collaborative. And then I'm going to be using this Caldera. Let's see if it'll focus. It's in the Sea Salt Norelli. It's a countertop spray. I get that also at Grove Collaborative. And then this I just got at Walmart. It's for my cooktop. So I'll be using that one today. I cannot say that word. Cerama Bright, I suppose. And then because I have animals in the house, I love this room spray. Let's see if it's natural and organic. It's good for the dogs, and it's just a room neutralizer. Then for my kitchen sink, I'm going to use the Mrs. Meyer's baking soda along with the abrasive, which is the barkeeper's friend. So that's just a few products I'm going to be using today. Alright, now let's start by cleaning my stovetop. My friend Tina in my last video asked how I cleaned my stovetop, so I wanted to share this in this video. Now she stated that her stovetop looked pretty bad, so you may have to do this method 2 or 3 times if you have a lot of stuff that's stuck on there and burnt on there. So what I do is I just take this cleaner, I cut my sponges in half to make it easier to hold. I use the abrasive side and I just scrub it in really well. It takes a few minutes. It's pretty lengthy to get it all scrubbed in, but it's worth it in the end. Then I'm just going to let it dry. So let's move on to my Keurig and get my Keurig cleaned as I let that cleaner dry. Cleaning my Keurig is another one of those chores that I do not do on a daily basis, so it really needed to be done. I'll be taking it apart, giving it a good wipe down, and washing all of the detachable parts really well with some Dawn dishwashing liquid. Then I'll fill up the water reservoir with some water, and I'll add about half a cup, give or take, of vinegar. And it took me about 6 times with running the water through the machine where it no longer smelled like vinegar. Then I'll change the charcoal filter that is in the water reservoir. I posted on Instagram last week about changing my filter, which I believe it's called a charcoal filter, and so many of my friends said thanks for reminding me to change my filter. And then I had some friends say, what, there's a filter? So I hope this video is either reminding you to change that charcoal filter or telling you that there is a filter that you need to change. And I get my filters off Amazon. I'm just showing you the first go around. It was really cloudy and really yucky looking. However, the camera is just so forgiving. You can't really see how dirty it was, but it was pretty dirty. But by that 6th time, it was really clean. And here I'm just changing that charcoal filter that goes in that little, I don't know what you call that, but that actually goes down into your water reservoir. So if you're not real sure where your filter is, that's where it's at. Alright, now that my Keurig is good and clean, let's use some wet paper towels and buff this cleaner off the stovetop. I guess you could use a wet rag if you chose, but I feel paper towels are a little easier. When I use a wet rag, I have to keep washing it out and washing it out, so I like to use wet paper towels. Then after I get all the residue, or after I get all the cleaner off the stovetop, I'll go back and spray it down with either a glass cleaner, or today I use that countertop cleaner, and I'll make sure all the residue is off of the stovetop. Now this is quite a process and pretty lengthy, but it will definitely get all that burnt residue off and leave your stovetop looking really good and shiny, almost brand new.
How can you make the fire burn so brightly when you're so cold, cold, cold? Never as lonely as together with you, still together with you is where I wanna be. It makes no sense. Never felt happiness together with you, still together with you is where I wanna be.
Now I'm just going to quickly wipe down my countertops with this countertop spray and a hot rag. You'll see me also wiping down the tops and the bottoms of the kitchen drawers. I have no handles on my kitchen cabinets or my drawers, so the edges get really dirty and yucky. This is another chore that I just can't do on a daily basis, so it's really needed to be done. Now let's start scrubbing out my kitchen sink. My friend Kristen also asked in my last video how I kept my white sink so clean. And let me tell you guys, it's not that easy. But I do love using this Barkeeper's Friend. It works really well matched up with the liquid baking soda I showed earlier. Another way I keep the sink clean and sanitized is I put the sink stopper in. I'll put some bleach in there and just enough water to cover the bottom. And I'll leave that sitting there for a few hours and sometimes even overnight. This also helps with the stains and the dingy look sometimes a white sink can get. Alright, now that all the deep cleaning chores are done in my kitchen, let's move on to my dining room area. I'm going to start with the ceiling fan, and I'm trying to show you guys how dirty my ceiling fans are. It's a hard shot to get, but they are so dirty. My ceiling fans run 24/7, and I just forget about them most of the time, so this chore really needed to be done. And since I don't clean my ceiling fans as often as I should, the technique I use is pretty lengthy, but it helps in the long run to, I think, and cleaning in between. All these steps are so necessary. So I'm going to take a pillowcase and clean off all the dirt on top of the blades first, and then I'm going to go back with a wet rag and wipe everything down. I don't know where my footage is, but I also go back once that's dried with some Indust and spray my blades down really well with some Indust. I think that helps tremendously to repel the dirt or the dust that gets on your blade. Here I'm trying to show you guys how dirty and dingy this front door is. However, the camera is just so forgiving. It doesn't really show this purple gunk that was all over the front door. And since my front door is metal and white, I find this Lysol Clorox cleaner is just the best at cleaning any stains on the front door. I'm just going to spray it down really well, get a hot rag, and wipe everything down. And y'all, I am so enjoying this minimal look that I have going on in the dining room area. If you didn't see my video last week and the week before where I took my Christmas down and just try to keep up a few winter decorations to kind of keep it very simple until I start decorating for spring, I'll leave that video linked in my description box. But just a quick little view if you haven't seen my dining room area. I'm just really loving it. It's so simple, but yet so cozy.
And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like art. Yeah, wanna give you every part of me. I can't believe this is reality. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like art. Yeah.
Okay, friends, if you can, let's hang on for one more ceiling fan. I'm going to tackle this ceiling fan that's in my den. I hope I'm giving you some good motivation to get in there and get all your ceiling fans clean today. I do believe, though, that keeping our ceiling fans clean greatly reduces the dust that builds up on the surfaces in that same room that your ceiling fan's in. Therefore, less dusting is a win-win if you ask me. Let me know in the comments, are you thinking right now, yep, I'm going to get up and clean my ceiling fans? Or are you thinking, nope, not today, Robin?
I should fall, just go ahead. Go and catch me, baby. Ooh, I live it. That's my tune. Choo-ah. Ooh, I love it. Crank it up, yeah. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this.
Now let's quickly get the carpet stuff vacuumed up. I'll light a candle because I'm still trying to use up all of my Christmas candles, and then we'll move into the bedroom.
Turn it up, we got this. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. We got this. We got this. We got this. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. Turn it up on a higher level.
Okay guys, before I made up my bed, I want to show you real quickly. This is pretty much what I do 3 to 4 days of the week in the morning times. I call it airing out my sheets because I do not make my bed every day. So I just pull the blankets back but I do kind of make it up before we go to bed. And hey, I just wanted to show you guys something real fast before I put my rugs in here. Do you see that ring that gets around there? My husband's a diesel mechanic, so his clothes tend to leave that. So I try to take a wet magic eraser and that will just come right off. So I don't know if you guys experience that just with your regular clothes, but I'm blaming it on my husband's work clothes, and I just get it off with that magic eraser. It just comes right off. So I'm going to do this real quickly before I put my rugs in the washing machine. Let me know down below if you also have that problem with your washing machine. And just a quick after shot. So now, no more ring around the washing machine. Okay, let's get our rugs in here to wash. And hey, did y'all notice that I took my towels out of the load of clothes I brought into the utility room a while ago? I cannot wash anything with my rugs, like towels or regular clothes. I just cannot do it. I have to wash towels separately, really, from any of my clothes. So let me know in the comments below, do you wash your bath towels? Or, I'm sorry, yeah, your bath towels and your rugs that are in your bathroom together, or do you separate them? And sorry guys, Drake is walking around in the background so you can hear her toenails on that floor. Okay, so I got some Clorox in there. Let me put some detergent. And I used to have a white rug in front of my washing machine, and now it's a plaid one. I would throw that white rug in there also, but now I hate to throw the plaid one in there because I've bleached these. So I'm just going to put these two rugs in here by itself, put it on medium load, and get it to washing.
Yeah, we got the summer forever. If it's only for now, I don't mind, 'cause I know that your love is endless. If it's only for now, I don't mind, 'cause I know that your love is endless. It might be over tomorrow, but this day will live on forever. You'll be on my mind. I'll be dreaming about this till the end of time. We are young, we are free, down for the ride. Might be over tomorrow, but we got to stay forever.
Alright, so now that I've taken this antibacterial spray, it's from Method. It's a bathroom cleaner. I've sprayed it all down on my vanity. You're supposed to let it, I believe, sit there for a little bit and kind of let it do its job before you wipe it off. So I'll take the time to open this pumice stone, and I've got a lot of hard water stains in my commode. So in a second, I'll show you how I use that stone to get those stains out.
Lights are shining bright. My friends are in the club, we'll go all night. I see you in the back, the mood is right. If I just had your number, I would let you know how I feel. You walk up to me, start dancing to the music and the chase. Like this was meant to be. Take my hand, I feel my heart beat, and I don't want this moment to stop. Time to go home. Don't want this night to end. Yeah, about time we stop pretending. Come home with me.
Now that everything is getting clean, I'm going to take a dry cloth and I'm just going to wipe everything down with this dry cloth. I'm going to be adding some fall decorations to this bathroom, so be sure to stay to the end of the video so that you can see what all I decorate with.
It's all about us. There's some magic in your eyes, can't get enough. Feel your hands, the way you're touching me around my neck. Got chills down my back, you do it right. The way you're holding me, no, I don't want this moment to stop. No need to fight it.
If this is your first time visiting my channel, I'm so happy that you're here. Please leave me a comment below in the comment section. I absolutely love talking to my subscribers in the comment section. It's a great way to hang out and get to know each other even better. If you're not following me over on Instagram, my handle is @RobinLaneLowe. I'll leave that handle here below. I'd love for us to follow each other over on Instagram. And if you love homemaking content, I have a ton of it here on my channel. So if you want to take a second, hit that red subscribe button. I would love to have you join this YouTube community that we have.
Close together, making out, making out. It's all about us. It's all about us. There's a magic in your eyes, can't get enough. I can't get enough. It's all about us. It's all about us. It's all about us. It's all about us. Time to go home. Don't want this night to end. Yeah, about time we stop pretending.
Alright, so let's get the commode cleaned. Here I'm just going to show you Clorox wipes, Clorox disinfectant with bleach, some paper towels, and some rubber gloves. Those are my tools for getting the commode really spick and span. We're not going to clean the bathtub today. I tend to really scrub my bathtub down when I'm taking a shower, so it really didn't need a scrubbing today. So we're just going to concentrate on cleaning this commode. So here I'm just going to spray it down with this bleach, let it sit there for just a little bit, and struggle with putting these rubber gloves on. And also here in a second, I'll show you when I go to use this pumice stone to get the inside of the commode really clean. Let me know in the comments if you also have hard water stains. I referred a girlfriend to use a pumice stone on her commode, and she did not realize that it wouldn't scratch the inside of it. So she was very happy, and she got hers really clean because of that tip.
But now there's a window change. I've never ever felt this way. Longing for you, pick up the phone. Catching a flight, I'm coming home. Back to the place I've always known. Home. Seeing you soon, I gotta run. We're gonna have a lot of fun. And spending this summer alone. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. You were only like a friend. Till we met the other day. Didn't want the night to end. And now there's a window change. I've never ever felt this way. You're stuck inside my mind. Deep inside my mind. I think that now's the time. Longing for you, pick up the phone. Catching a flight, I'm coming home.
So here's just a quick before shot of the hard water stains. I'm just going to take just a little bit of this pumice rock, and I'm just going to kind of show you how I just scrape it really good, and it just comes right off. It does require some elbow grease, but it will work, and it will not scratch your commode.
I'm coming home. I'm coming home. I'm counting hours, minutes, seconds, faster. Hurry, make it happen. Before we know it, I'll be on my way home. Yeah, we're chilling, you and I. Every crazy summer night, baby, I am coming home. I'm coming home.
Okay, so here's what's left of the little size of the pumice stone that I had used. And it took me maybe 10 minutes, guys. It was a job. I've got some arthritis coming in my hands, forming in my hands. So it's kind of a tough job, but so worth it. Look at the after.
Fun is spending this summer alone. I'm coming home. I'm coming home.
Okay, let me show you the bathroom real quickly before I add some fall touches to it. Everything is kind of fresh and clean, kind of a clean palette if you would. Every decoration I'm going to be using in this bathroom, except for one thing I got from the Hearth and Hand collection, but all the other decorations are what I got from Big Lots last year. I love them, so I wanted to use them once more in this year's video in my bathroom. So the grandbaby's on its way, so let's get to adding some fall touches to my master bathroom.
About you I like. You're crazy for saying I should slow down, but maybe I'm escaping the love we found. There's something about you I like, about you I like. drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better. Guess I'm just too scared to settle down. There'd be many nights I got too high and almost left town. But there's something about you, something about you I like, about you I like. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better. Guess I'm just too scared to settle down. There'd be many nights I got too high and almost left town. But there's something about you, something about you I like, about you I like. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better.
Okay, so let me show you real fast what I'll be using to clean the den with. I'll be using a duster. I like to dust first to get the dust off and then go back and use like a cleaner, and I'll be using this Murphy's Oil Soap this time. I kind of switch out my cleaners, and then I'm not going to use my normal glass cleaner. I'm going to try this glass spray away. I've heard some really great things about it on some friends' videos on YouTube. So these are what I'll be using, and of course I like to use paper towels when I clean glass. So here's the products I'll be using to clean the den. Okay, so here you're going to hear me say like, wow, because it did a really great job. Just going over it one time, it left no streaks at all. However, the smell was a little bit too much for me. It was kind of hospitally, however you want to say that. It had too much of a disinfectant smell, but it did a great job. Alright, so now for my favorite part is decorating the house. I just love decorating little areas of the house, guys. I have been wanting this sign from Hobby Lobby for about 6 months now, and I finally broke down and bought it. It has one of my favorite sayings, "It is well with my soul." I just love the saying. It keeps me grounded. I have a good friend who encourages me by reminding me of this saying quite often. And I am just super duper happy with the way it turned out. I think it goes well with this gray table. It ties into my fireplace really well. Let me know what you think in the comments.
Oh, we let each other down, 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 down. Yeah, we let each other down, 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 down. Oh, we let each other down, 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 down. Yeah, we let each other down, 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 down.
Here I have a little cleaning hack for you guys. If you will take your artificial plants and spray them down with Lysol, what happens is that Lysol kind of eats away that dirt and it kind of pushes the dirt toward the edges of the leaves. And I let it sit there for just a few minutes and let it kind of do its job, and then take a rag and just kind of wipe it off. It's so much easier to clean that way. Alright, and here I'm going to add this cute little sign that I picked up from Kirkland's that says, "Home is my favorite place to be." I am definitely a homebody, and home is definitely my favorite place to be. And now, guys, I'm going to give you some laundry motivation, because let's face it, we all need motivation most of the time to get that laundry folded and put away. I love the process of washing the clothes and drying the clothes. I love trying different products, different laundry detergents and fabric softeners and things like that. But let me tell you, I'll wash them and dry them all day long, but that folding and putting up, that's a real struggle for me. Okay, now that I've got the couches good and vacuumed, I'm going to take a microfiber cloth. I like to get hot water and a little bit of Dawn dishwashing liquid and wipe down the couches with that. Now, our animals do not get on the couch or anything, but as we all know, having dogs in the house or cats, that fur gets in the air and lands on the couch, and my worst thing is having someone sit on my furniture and getting dog hair on them. So I'm constantly trying to keep our couches cleaned off. So now I'm going to do some vacuuming, because also, if you've got fur babies, vacuuming is a must almost every day. So we'll get this den good and vacuumed.
Spinning like a broken record. For a player, you don't know that many major chords. We hang out and then you get bored, and you leave me here like I'm your landlord. You come back and say, "I'm sorry, boo," and I know you never mean it, gets you in though. Did you call me 'cause you had to? 'Cause you know I'd throw your suitcase out the window. I don't need you here to feel good. No, I'm not angry, I got better things to do. Tell your friends I will be just fine. Don't need no therapist, there's nothing like wine.
Today we're cleaning the Christmas chaos that's going on in my home. I'm taking down all my Christmas decor today. I'm trying to declutter as I go along and get everything nice and clean. I feel like when I start taking down my Christmas decorations, it kind of quietens my home, and I'm so ready to get my home calm, relaxing, and peaceful as we head into the new year. So if you're also in need of taking down your Christmas decor, give me a big thumbs up and make sure you keep watching.
I'm a little bit naughty, I'm a little bit too consumed, but every part of my body is telling me to run away from you.
All right, I'm going to start by taking down my coffee bar area, which I so hate to do. I so enjoyed this during the holidays. I had a friend message me that after she watched my video putting this cocoa bar together, she put one together for her two boys, and they so loved it. And y'all, getting that message from her just made my day.
Come a little bit closer, yeah, yeah. Come a little bit closer, yeah. You're a little bit crazy. It's been days, but you never change. What's love got to do with it? He comes around, better knock that stuff down. Come a little bit closer, yeah, yeah. Come a little bit closer, yeah. So all my ladies who got a brother that doesn't treat them right, put your finger right in his face and tell that man bye-bye, I'm too fly.
Okay, so now I'm just going to rinse off all my dishes that I have in the sink and get those into the dishwasher. I don't have a lot of dishes today. I did use paper plates and paper cups for Christmas this year, so I don't have that many dishes to go in the dishwasher. So I won't start that right now. I'll start that probably in the morning when I have more dishes in it, and it's actually a full load. So once I get the dishes in the dishwasher, you'll see me clean out the sink real good, and then I'll continue clearing off the tops of my countertops.
I'm too fly, bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. You're a little bit selfish, you get mad every time you lose. You can't take me with you, I'm scared you're gonna blow your fuse. Come a little bit closer, yeah, I can really start over, yeah. In the back of my mind, there's someone waiting on me. You're just wasting my time because you're scared and lonely. Finally got some closure, yeah. I can finally start over, yeah. So all my ladies who got a brother that doesn't treat them right, put your finger right in his face and tell that man bye-bye, I'm too fly.
You know, Christmas decor can be so beautiful and make your home welcoming and cozy. However, it can also make your home feel cluttered and noisy. So taking down the decor today just kind of gives me a feeling of that I'm quieting my home, I'm simplifying it, and I'm letting it breathe a little bit. So you'll see that I'll be leaving most of my spaces a little bare. I want to put too much decorations back on the surfaces, but next week I'll start decorating my house for winter. All right, so now that I've got pretty much everything off the countertops, I'm going to fill my sink with some really hot water, and I'm going to pour some of this peppermint all-purpose cleaner into the sink. I'm trying to get rid of my peppermint cleaners. So you'll see me take that really hot rag and wipe down pretty much all of my countertops and get everything good and disinfected. Then I'll put just a little bit of decor back on. I didn't want to put decor on that I wasn't going to use in my winter decorations next week for that video, so I just left out what I was going to use.
How I've tried, written down the words to say it is time. I've been waiting 5 days to explain how you make me feel inside. Baby, got it all figured out, wanna do this right. There's no doubt in my mind, baby, you're the one. And tonight, I am going all the way. But when you touch my hand, it all goes away. The things I planned, the things I would say, now I keep rambling on. I sound so cliche. What I am trying to do is say I love you. Ooh, ooh. I shiver inside. Doesn't show, but my nerves are inside out. It's because you're not worth less than perfection. Ooh, thought it was in my pants. Now I'm all confused, turning gold into sand. Don't know what you do to me. All I know is you can take my breath away. Yeah, it's when you touch my hand, it all goes away. The things I planned, the things I would say. Now I keep rambling on. I sound so cliche. What I am trying to do is say I love you. Ooh, 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 and all the things that you do. Ooh, ooh, sounds like a fool, 'cause when you touch my hand, the words goes away. What I am trying to do is let you know that when you touch my hand, it all just goes away. The things I plan to say. Oh baby, what I am trying to do is let you know that when you touch my hand, it all goes away. The things I plan, the things I would say. Now I keep rambling on. I sound so cliche. What I am trying to do is say I love you, and all the things that you do. I'm so in love with you. Ooh, it sounds so stupid now. What I am trying to do, what I am trying to do, what I am trying to do is say I love you. On a run from my given disaster, speed away from the holy mind, pride. That's where I never thought it would matter.
Y'all, when I went to edit this video, I laughed so hard at myself. Can you see my face where I'm trying to pull that down? I so hate taking those off. For some reason, I'm afraid it's going to pop back at me or something, but my face was so funny in this video.
If I'm gone by now, all my weakness keep on linger on repeat like it will be my favorite song. Oh, I know I should be moving on, but you got me good, you got me good. I keep on driving till it bends, still it feels like I pretend. Keep on driving and driving.
All right, now that we've got the floor swept, we will mop it just a little bit. Let's move on into the den. As you can see, I still have the tree up. I didn't have all my grandbabies for Christmas. We'll do that tomorrow night, so I left the tree up for them. But first, I'm just going to tackle all these messes in all these different areas and do some more decluttering in the den and get my Christmas taken down.
The road tonight, lost my head over my back between the chores and bottle jack. Just me and all the red lights. Keep on driving and driving. In the heat from my hot California, I forgot how you looked like in rain. That's why I never thought it would matter. If I'm gone by now, all my weakness keep on linger on repeat like it will be my favorite song. Oh, I know I should be moving on, but you got me good, you got me good. I keep on.
If you happen to be new to my channel today, hello, I'm so glad that you stopped by. If you haven't already, I would love for you to take a second and hit that little red subscribe button below and join this YouTube family. And if you don't already follow me over on Instagram, my handle is @RobinLaneLowe. I'll leave that here on the screen. I'd love for us to follow each other over on that platform. It's just a great way for us to get to know each other. I love talking to my new subscribers over on Instagram, and also make a comment in the comment section that you are new and maybe where you're from. All right, now that I've taken all of my Christmas decor down, with the exception of my tree, I'm going to fill this O-Cedar mop with some really hot water and add just a cupful of this Murphy's oil soap. This will be the final step in my clean and declutter. It's going to feel so good to have all these floors good and cleaned.
Stepped into my life, such a magic feeling when you tore down my walls. I wish I could go back to right before you told me I'd try to change it all. But look at us now, could have gone so far. It hurts to realize we're parted. Yeah, look at us now, this is who we are. And I just know things will never be the same. We're like strangers again. Strangers again. We're like strangers again. I just know things will never be the same. We're like strangers again.
Okay, so let's start by washing a load of clothes. Now here I'm just going to sort my clothes out with dark colors in one pile and my towels in another pile. I cannot wash my color clothes and my towels all together. I have to separate those. Some people can just throw their clothes all in there with towels and regular clothes in one load. I cannot. I have white towels, white wash rags, and white hand towels in my bathroom purposely so that I can bleach those. I don't bleach them every time. Sometimes I use vinegar with them, but most of the time I'm bleaching all my towels and stuff. I just find it more sanitary, and I find that bleaching them, they don't get that little mildew smell as easily as when you don't bleach them. So I'm a strong believer in bleaching my towels, so that's why they're all white. However, I must separate those. So today I'm going to do a load of whites with my towels, and I'm going to do a load of darks. I try to wash a load of clothes every morning or in the afternoon when I get home from work, but I don't always get it done. So in the comments, let me know, do you separate your clothes also like me, or do you just throw them all in there in one load? So here I'm just showing you the dirt that's built up on my washing machine. I don't clean my washing machine every day, but when it starts getting dirty like that, I've got to clean it. I'm a little OCD, and I feel like I've got to keep my washing machine clean most of the time. I'll let it get away from me every now and then, because you'll see in a second on the lid, it gets really dirty under that lid. But I just am a little fanatic about keeping my washing machine cleaned out. So also let me know in the comments, are you like me? Do you have to have a clean washing machine? Or are you thinking, I don't think I've ever wiped off my washing machine? And if you haven't, I encourage you to get in there and get in your laundry room and get it wiped down. I promise it'll be such a satisfying feeling.
A million people in the crowd, but I only see your face in all the lights. And as the bass keep pounding on me, baby, I really wanna make you mine. I don't really care about love. I don't really care about happy ever after. Something about you gives me hope. Something about you, yeah. When the sun goes down and the night sky's falling, do you believe in one-time lovers? 'Cause deep inside of my wildest dreams, you'll be by my side when the sun goes down. City dancing through the night, but I'm not there. You've got me soaring in the clouds, and as the ocean is surrounding me, baby, I'm sure we lost track of time. I don't really care about love. I don't really care about happy ever afters. Something about you gives me hope. Something about you, yeah. When the sun goes down and the night sky's falling,
Okay, so let's do a little decorating. Here I'm just going to spruce up this one little corner of my kitchen. I feel like sometimes that you don't have to decorate a whole room to make it feel fresh and new. Just take a little area, a certain area of the room, and rearrange it or add a few new pieces to it, and that will give you like a fresh new feeling instead of having to do the whole room. So that's what I'm going to do here. So before I start to decorate, I made sure I wiped down this area really well. It's right by the front door and it gets really dusty here. I love decorating with a round serving tray, so the first thing I got was this round wicker basket from Amazon. It also came with a larger wicker basket. I haven't quite found the perfect spot for that yet, but I thought the smaller one would be good for this serving tray area. I also got a eucalyptus stem and this white pitcher from the Hearth and Hand collection from Target to actually go in the basket. I'll show you an after clip just a second of all the area put together, but I thought it turned out really cute.
I can taste your words. I can taste your I can taste your words. I can taste your I can taste your words. I can taste your I can taste your words. I can taste
Guys, I find that it's the little things in life that bring us such joy. For instance, I bought this little set from Grove Collaborative. It's a hand towel with a matching stoneware tray and a hand soap dispenser. I thought this adds such a great touch to my kitchen. I challenge you to find some little things in life that bring you joy.
it easy for you now. You got inside your mind.
Just watch me. Just watch me.
I got fun. You wait to see if it's worth your.
Okay, so while the cookies are cooling, let's change over our clothes and get them over into the dryer. I do try to change this lint trap every time I put clothes in the dryer. I don't always remember to, but when I do also try to just vacuum it real quickly. I always have my vacuum cleaner charging right there by the washing machine, so it's very easy just to grab. So if you don't always do that, that's also a good thing to do, is to try to vacuum that out. Okay, I know I've never have showed my closet on film, so here's where my closet is when you walk in my room. It's right here to the left. So I've got a hope chest in here that I'm going to try to move out today and sell on Marketplace, but let me just show you a sneak peek of what this crazy closet looks like. You ready? Here we go. So there's Derek's side of the closet. There's my hope chest under those piles of clothes. My husband keeps his cargo shorts there, and I keep my blue jeans over there. I've got to get a better system for that. And then I have so many shoes overflowing. It's ridiculous. And then here's my side of the closet, which so needs a decluttering. Okay, guys, so here's just a sneak peek. Today, I'm just going to be getting this hope chest out of my closets. And then in a couple weeks, you'll see my actual declutter video. I've got a organizer coming and a dresser type thing coming. So let's begin on taking this hope chest out. Okay, so all I'm going to do here is just take all the clothes that are right there on that hope chest and stick them or pile them up on the floor of the bedroom. And then I'm going to go through them in just a second. As far as my shoes, I'm just going to take a big bag and put all those shoes in that bag because those are pretty much my shoes I wear on a regular basis. So just to kind of keep them organized right now, I'm going to put them in a bag and put them in the other room until we get this hope chest out.
Like a piece of art, I want more, but better slow it down. Inside my mind is getting all too loud, I get scared. Not used to this, not prepared. Not used to this, not prepared.
Okay, so here's all that came out just of the floor of the closet. And the hope chest was too heavy for me to get out, so I'm going to have to wait for Derek to get home to move it. But I am going to sort through this stuff really quickly and see if there's anything I can donate today. And then we'll move on to the rest of the house.
into my brain. You're getting into my brain.
And guys, is it just me, or is this such a satisfying feeling right here to watch this? As I was editing it back, watching me fold these pans and put them in different piles, that was so satisfying to me to see all this yuckiness to begin with, and then getting it minimized and organized and put together, and the end result looks so good. Alright, now that the closet is somewhat cleared out, I've got all the clothes sorted and the curtains are in the washing machine, let's move into the bathroom. I'm going to start with just cleaning off the clutter. I'm going to wipe down the sink and the countertops, and I'm going to use this antibacterial bathroom spray. And then I'm going to be cleaning the mirror with my favorite glass cleaner, which is the Sprayway glass cleaner. If you haven't tried this glass cleaner, you've got to try it. It's got a pretty strong disinfectant spray when you first spray it. However, the smell doesn't really last very long. It goes away quickly. And when I use paper towels instead of a rag, it absolutely leaves no streaks behind. So I highly recommend this product.
Baby, pull me closer, let's fall in love. Oh, I can feel my body move through every move you make. And I can feel the tension every time we're close. I know whatever happens, I will have you next to me. 'Cause tonight we have it all. 'Cause we're dancing as one. 'Cause we're dancing as one. 'Cause we're dancing as one.
And here I'm just going to spray down the commode really well with the same antibacterial cleaner from Method. And I like to use paper towels when I'm wiping off the commode. And then I'm going to clean the inside of it out with my Clorox Magic Wand that I absolutely love. It's very inexpensive and it does a super great job. You'll see at the end that I like to wipe the wand off with like some paper to get it good and wiped off before I put it back in the container.
In each other for so long. I know this is us. Baby, pull me closer, let's fall in love. Oh, I can feel my body move through every move you make. And I can feel the tension.
And friends, I wanted to mention real fast, this is a Monday when I'm editing this video, and when I woke up this morning about 4 a.m., I had about 747 subscribers. How exciting. Within the hour, I was down to 739 subscribers. So I know some ladies that have cleaning channels or any channel at all on YouTube, some people have mentioned that they do lose subscribers like that every now and then. This is the first time that's actually happened to me, so I was very upset about that. I work really hard on my channel to get subscribers and to get new friends. So if you would you take a moment and just look and make sure that you're still subscribed to my channel when you're watching this channel. If the little red subscribe, if the button is red and you hit, that means you haven't subscribed to it yet. So some of you may have to resubscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate that. And also let me know in the comments if you were someone that you had subscribed at one time and then for some reason that was taken away and you had to resubscribe. Alright, for all my subscribers who really want some more organizational videos this year and some more decluttering, here's a sneak peek of my next project that's going to be in the bathroom. Goodness. So anyway, I do have a lot of decluttering and organizing videos coming up for you guys, so I just wanted to give you a sneak peek. Yeah, there it is. Anyway, those will be coming up in the next couple of weeks. A bathroom declutter and organize with me.
Started to get so serious.
Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the front of the house. I'm going to clean my dining room table with one of my favorite cleaning products. It's the Method Wood for Good Daily Clean. And it's in the almond scent. I would have never thought I loved almonds so much, but I do. It's a great, refreshing scent. And I get that also from Grove Collaborative.
My mind, no way to turn back time. My soul in need of remedy. Don't even know the enemy. When I feel
I've been looking for a neutral table runner for this table, kind of to help me carry my decor over from winter into spring. And I think this crocheted cream colored table runner that I got from Amazon does the trick. I think it is just beautiful. And here I'm just going to keep it simple by leaving this white vase with some lamb's ear greenery in it. Very simple, but still very, very sweet.
time I see you, I feel insecure. I'm unable to find the words
So now let's do a little sweeping. I highly encourage you guys to clean under the doormat when you first walk into your house. That's another area like my ceiling fans that I see them, but I don't really stop to clean them on a daily basis like I should. So you'll see here in a second that when I pick up that doormat and clean under it, it is really dirty. I actually took it outside and gave it a good beating with my broom before I put it back there, but it was a very satisfying clean to watch that. And as far as satisfying clean, my friend Jenny, her channel is called Jenny for Your Thoughts. She's reminded me that sweeping should be like a more satisfying chore. Instead of thinking it as something I must do, I'm trying to sweep my floors, see the dirt being swept up, and not so much thinking of it as a bad chore, but a good chore. Time to relax and just seeing that I'm actually accomplishing something. When I use my vacuum cleaner, you're not really seeing the dirt. I know you are in the canister, but I've been really trying to sweep my floors and just be in the moment and enjoy cleaning up the messes. Let me know in the comments if there's something that you do when it comes to cleaning your house that is a good mindset to you. It's very satisfying clean for you. And since we're on the subject of satisfying chores, of course some of you are watching saying, Robin, I do not have one satisfying chore. No chore is satisfying to me, and that's okay. However, this is another very satisfying chore to me, and that is taking off the clutter off of my kitchen counters and wiping them down. That is such a satisfying feeling to me. It kind of tricks my brain. My whole house can be messy, but if I'll just get in my kitchen, get all the clutter off the countertops, wipe them down real well, my mind's thinking, okay, my house is clean now. I think because this area, as soon as you walk in my house, this is the first thing that you see. So it's very, very important to me that I try to keep my counters clutter-free and wiped off as much as possible. Alright, so let's move on to some dishes. I'm going to open the kitchen window. It's such a great day, and I know if you've been around my channel for some time, you know that I love any opportunity to open up the windows in my house. So I'm going to open the kitchen window. I'm going to wash out the right side of the sink real quickly, and then I'm going to hand wash these dishes. I love the conveniency of using my dishwasher, but today I did not have any dishes in the dishwasher, miracle, and so I did not have enough dirty dishes to make a full load. So I'm just going to hand wash these dishes. I have quite a few Tupperware bowls where I'd taken my lunch last week, and some mason jars that I've been using to make my overnight oats in, and a couple of coffee cups, so not that much. I'm also going to take that Clorox that you just saw and put just a splash of Clorox in there, because when I wash my Tupperware bowls, if I've heated that up in the microwave, I have found that using some Clorox in the dishwasher helps get that leftover any grease, residue, or anything on your Tupperware bowls. So I'm going to fill up the sink with hot water and let those sit here for just a little bit. I'm going to clean the left side of the sink because that's where I'll be putting the clean dishes at, and then I'm going to stop for a second and sweep the kitchen floors.
I do believe it. Still you're giving me nothing, a whole lot of nothing, baby. Would've settled for something, but I'm giving in with the waiting. For your darling is zero, no hint of a hero. Now you're selling me stories, but I don't believe you.
If this is your first time to click on one of my videos, hello, I'm so happy that you're here. My name is Robin. I'm married to my husband Derek, and we have 3 grown children. I have my YouTube channel. This March will be a year. I watched YouTube cleaning videos for about a year, and I knew right off the bat this was something I really wanted to do. However, you always doubt yourself of, could I really do that? Everyone makes it look so easy, but I knew I worked a full-time job and it would be very difficult to have a YouTube channel. However, I also knew this was something I would greatly enjoy and maybe help me in my retirement years. So with the help of my daughter and encouragement of my family, I started my channel, like I said, back in March, and I'm so excited that I did. It's very challenging to me because I do work a full-time job, but it's also very rewarding. I have met so many great friends by having this channel. So my channel is pretty much about cleaning, organization, decluttering. I love to decorate my house, so lots of decorating. If that is something that you're interested in, I would love for you to take a second and hit that red subscribe button below. It's absolutely free to subscribe to my channel. And if you do decide to subscribe, be sure to hit that bell notification button. That way YouTube can notify you every time I upload a new video. If you have an Instagram account, I would love for us to follow each other over on that platform. I'm pretty much on there daily. My handle is at Robin Lane Lowe, and I'll leave that here on the screen. And if you decide to subscribe to my channel today, please leave me a comment in the comment section.
When you falling back to ground again, how do you get up?
Alright, now I'm just going to let those dishes air dry for just a second, and let's move on to the den. I'm going to start by, my couches are faux, they're not real leather, and they're pretty easy to keep up with. However, I don't vacuum them or wipe them down as much as I should. So today I'm really going to take the time to vacuum them really well, and then I like taking a hot, wet rag and use some Dawn dishwashing liquid and wiping them down. Especially Derek's chair. Our lab tends to lean against the side of his chair, so I really have to stay on top of that, and I usually use like a Clorox wipe and keep the side of that chair wiped off so it doesn't get too out of hand. So that's just what you're going to see me do now. Just vacuum down everything and then give it a good wipe down with this rag.
Feel like I'm doing fine, chase space with whatever I'm chasing, anything to leave my head, where the mistakes feel like a blessing, and my mind is clear of the mess I'm in, chase space with whatever I'm chasing, anything to leave my head, it feels like I'm just running away every day, heading back to old times, the things I did anyway, to leave my head.
You and I till the end, don't need to pretend again and again. We'll stick together, everything is alright with you by my side. We won't say goodbye, we'll stick together. I can pick you up when you're heading down. When it all just sucks, I'll be your Charlie Brown. You can make me laugh when I wanna cry. In a world gone mad, we're on an all-time high, and it wouldn't be the same without you.
Okay, I finally finished that job. If you're still hanging with me, thanks so much. I know that was a lot of cleaning to watch. So let's do some vacuuming. I have dogs, so vacuuming is just a chore that I have to pretty much do on a regular basis. But because I have dogs, I have to have a really good vacuum cleaner to handle that fine hair that comes off of our labs that we have. The vacuum I have is really good. It does floors and it does carpets. However, it can't really handle the dog hair very well. It gets all clogged up. I'm continually cleaning the filters because they just stay stopped up. So if you have a vacuum, you have fur babies, and you have a vacuum that can handle the dog hair and you feel like it does a really good job, could you recommend that for me down in the comment section? I love the cordless vacuum, but I may have to just go back to a cord vacuum in order to really take care of the dog hair, because I feel like I just continually have to vacuum because this one's not really picking up very well. So any suggestions would be greatly appreciated.
I can pick you up when you're heading down. When it all just sucks, I'll be your Charlie Brown. You can make me laugh when I wanna cry. In a world gone mad, we're on an all-time high, and it wouldn't be the same without you. We have yet so many stupid things to do. You're the only thing I'm holding on to, anywhere and
Now let's move back into the kitchen and let's get all the floors mopped. I'm going to take some hot water and put a little bit of Pine Sol in there to clean all the floors. Guys, who else goes back to childhood when they smell Pine Sol? I was raised, my mother used Pine Sol cleaning everything growing up. And then I also used it through my young years of being married until I found Grove Collaborative and I changed over to their cleaning products. However, I do love to go back every now and then and clean with some Pine Sol. There's nothing like someone walking in your house and saying, oh my goodness, your house smells so good, and Pine Sol will do that every time. So it snowed last week, guys, so my floors are extremely dirty, so you're going to see me take the time to do the hallway and do every bit of my hardwood floors. I'm having some trouble with this mop. This is new. It's an O-cedar mop and I do love it. However, the handle and I have not been getting along, so if you could suggest to me in the comment section, I know I'm asking for a lot of comments today, but if you have trouble also with that handle, if you could help me out on how that handle stays up. I haven't quite figured it out yet.
I get unstable, I get unstable. Remember the first time I met you, the way that it made me feel. But later something changed between us, and now I don't know where we meet. I was looking for a remedy, now I don't know who's in front of me. I was looking for a remedy.
I'm not sure if you've noticed yet, but when I mop, I try to clean a certain area by going against the grain and then with the grain to get it good and clean. However, when I finish off that area, I like to go with the grain. I feel like with hardwood floors, that kind of helps me from not having so many streaks. So the next time that you mop, pay attention to that and see if you'll finish off a certain area going with the grain, if it will leave less streaks for you. Here you're just going to see me vacuum this rug by the back door. This back door gets a ton of use, so this rug stays really dirty. And there you're going to see some new rugs I got for the kitchen. It doesn't have like a non-slip backing to it, so I had to buy some little non-slip grips from Amazon. In a second you'll see me put them on there, but here you're going to see that my battery died. I have to get a new battery. So that is one good thing about this vacuum, is that it came with 2 batteries, so it can do pretty much the whole house on both of these batteries. So in just a second, you're going to see me put those little non-slip grips on these rugs, and then we'll move back into the bedroom.
Queen of hearts, when everyone folds, your fork still holds.
Okay, we finally have our curtains washed. They're good and dried, and let's put them up. And guys, I highly recommend the next time that you wash your bedroom curtains or any curtains in your house to use those scented beads, because let me tell you, they smelled so great in the bedroom when I got in the bed that night, and that scent lingered for several days. So I highly encourage that you use those. So after putting up the curtains, I'm going to just straighten up the bed for the night, and then we'll be done.
Right out of your boots when I use my witchcraft. Talking rude, you're playing a game, driving me insane. Your heart is black, and it's a fact, no turning back. You got me tiptoeing around you like you made of glass. Got an invincible fence letting everyone.
Okay guys, we're finally done. I started cleaning the house about 7 this morning, and it's now 2 o'clock. So that's what, about 7 hours of cleaning that I got done today. This video will be about 30 minutes, so if that tells you anything, it's tremendously hard work to do a cleaning video, but I thoroughly enjoy sharing it with you guys. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much. You tremendously help my channel when you watch my video all the way through, and give it a thumbs up. Okay guys, if you haven't subscribed, be sure to hit that red subscribe button. See you next Thursday. Bye.